What's going on, everybody? So Luke and Jimmy here, obviously, together here finally in front of you guys. Owners together of Co-Creations LLC, and we got something super special today. What's in the box? No pun intended if you haven't seen the movie 7. Anyways,
let's find out.
It's pretty awesome. So we went ahead and got a 3D printer. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And we're pretty excited to open it here. We've waited like a couple months now for this thing with everything going on, for it to get here and whatnot, and then to get things up and running to actually make it happen. So we're super stoked to show you guys what we got. We're gonna do a full build and hopefully our test print and rock and roll with it. So let's get started.
Jesus Christ was indeed a misfit. He was so uncomfortable with the state and the condition of...
Okay, now this is the Creality ENDERS3 Pro. This is the model that we got. It's nicely packaged here with some good foam, it looks like. Ooh! Okay, we're gonna put that guy to the side. And away we go. So we got instructions right here. We're gonna put that right here up front. We got, let's see. Maybe we can get underneath it yet. Like cool, and then we got one more layer. Oops. Was that underneath it?
Yeah, it was in the side.
Oh, it was in the side pocket. What do we got there? Was that power supply? Yep, we got power supply there. So then we're gonna put this box over. All right, so we got main 3D printer parts, this side, power supply, all sorts of other good stuff. So let's go ahead and pop this guy open.
And we'll start separating this.
Now, neither of us have ever built a 3D printer before. Done a lot of research, I'll say it like that. So we're pretty excited to go ahead and get on board with the 3D printing community. Instructions for assembly. This seems like us. Now, I'm hoping this is like Legos. Ooh, we got big pictures. It looks like it's gonna be like Legos. Check that out. Big old Lego instructions.
It is like Lego instructions. It's pretty funny.
This is sweet. Okay, cool. And it's like one page front and back, so we should be able to knock this out. I've seen people take a couple hours or so to set this up. I know you're a super mechanic, so I think we could do a little bit faster. What do you think?
I think we can do a little better.
Okay, let's see what we can do. Okay, so
right.
List 1, should we get all those components?
Yeah, I'm already doing that part, so go ahead and go to step 1 and see what we need here. We need
Step
parts
1.
16 and 15. We need to find
Yeah, those columns. I
looks
think
like
that's
these two
those
bad
two right
boys
there.
here.
Because this that's coming right
bag
off
of
the
screws
back.
here somewhere.
Guys. If Legos has taught me anything growing up, you gotta do the one that matches the picture. So, nope, we need these guys. Yep, and they did give us an extra, so that's super nice of them.
It's right there and it's facing the front.
Cool, shorter stuff facing the front. Got it, perfect.
Oh,
Now that Z-axis, do we need to take that bad boy out?
I don't believe so.
I think we do, because he's not supposed to belong in them. Yeah, we'll keep building.
Yep.
Alright, so, step 2. Looks like we are going to throw on...
Circuit panel.
Yep. Look at those little guys. What do you mean?
I see the way it's mounted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this whole Jimmy rig is going to like mount up here, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, so it'll go up and down. But how?
This goes forward and back.
Ah.
Plate moves forward and back.
Okay. Right.
Okay, I think we're doing pretty good. So far, we're at like 32 minutes or so far.
Yeah. We
made it pretty fast. I'd say we just go superhuman and blast through the rest. What do you say?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Ooh, let's do Wonder Twin Powers activate. Ready?
All right, Wonder
Twin Powers activate. Voila! So, as you see, Wonder Twin Powers activated, worked out pretty well. I think we did pretty awesome. That's the first 3D printer ever. I think we did a good job building it. Didn't take too terribly long. I mean,
It wasn't 3 hours.
It wasn't 3 hours. That was a good plus. So I think we're ahead of the curve. So that gives me some good confidence. What we got left pretty much to do is plug this in, run our test prints, level this bed out, make sure some stuff's rocking there. We have our cute little program software to hook into our computer to upload everything into our slicing software so we can make further prints. But I believe for the test software, or at least for the test print, all we need is the printer itself. So it should actually have the G code already installed into this little computer there. However, before we want to do our first print, looking online, doing more research, one thing a lot of people recommend doing is upgrading this little bit of tubing right here, because that's what actually feeds, pretty much the spool will go on this end and feed the filament like that. So this little tube here needs an upgrade because that prevents it from stringing, makes the prints all nice and smooth, and we like smooth prints. So we went ahead and got this really, really cool Capricorn tubing that is legit. You can just, feel that strength from that, like nonsense to this. Yeah. It's like triple the strength of that one. So it's a super easy fix. Should take only about 20 seconds if we had the proper cutter, which I did get, but I left back at my house. So we got to go ahead and run and grab that real quick. Then we'll be back to do this, run our test print, make sure everything's rocking and rolling, and then here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Shazam. So what did you say? Hi? I said Shazam. I like that. That was nice. Good job. So we're back, obviously. We made it, no problem. You see this nice blue tubing in there, which this big went on super, super easy. I've seen a couple people have to take off this whole little brass piece. You just don't know obviously much about these nozzles. You can really just insert them and push these little compression clips down, take these little blue guys off, and make it no problem. But we got that guy hooked on there. This is our filament. We're going with choice. I don't know if you can quite see the color, but we are going with orange. I'm going to show that up close. So this is a orange filament that is supposedly going to turn white with different temperature. So we'll see how it works. We're going to go ahead and print our test file here in a minute. So you just go like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So it gets all in there. We got everything rocking and rolling. We finally got this PLA filament, which does change color from orange to white based off temperature, which is really, really cool. So this is going to be pretty sweet. We finally got it in the extruder, which that's going to be our next thing to upgrade, isn't it? Yeah. Without a doubt. That thing is booty to get the freaking line into. Is way harder than it needs to be, and I didn't like how you had to put a lot of string and actually get it in there. So that's definitely something we're going to be upgrading very, very soon. Okay, we're in. We're back live. Okay, cool. So we got everything rocking and rolling. Our G code is actually the cat. We didn't get the dog or the boat. Didn't get neither of them, but that's okay. We got the cat G code, so things are going to work out. Everything's going to be good. It's printing like really, 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 really well. So I'm going to kind of show you guys right through there, and it's literally printing layer by layer. It's probably on layer like 10 or so right now. And it's gonna be a little kitty cat. And as you see, that is coming out white and our spool is nice and bright orange. So it looks like the heat temperature filament is working really, really well, and it's gonna be able to color change no problem. Honestly, I'm really, really happy with how the ENDERS3 Pro turned out. Like, build time, I think we did it in about an hour and a half or so? About an hour and a half, which is, for two guys who've never built a 3D printer before, I'm pretty impressed with that. They had pretty good Lego instructions. I'll honestly give them like an 8 out of 10. They did a pretty good job. Had a couple of things that could have helped with some vantage point kind of changes, but past that, it was really, really easy to set up. We were kind of idiots with the little SD card with our little test file in that because we didn't, we want to be careful with everything. We didn't realize you actually have to like get it all the way in the machine. So take note of that. But it's going really, really well. This tubing is making everything nice and smooth for the transition. But like legit, we're both super stoked about it. And first print's going really, really smoothly. All the layers are going well. We leveled the bed really, really well too for a first timer. So I'm happy about that. And yeah, things are going well. So stay tuned. We're gonna keep with updates. I'm gonna try to do a cool time lapse of this actual print going on. And we're gonna see how our first little kitty cat turns out. Boom, what is going on, everybody? Good to see everybody's face again. So I know a little bit of time has passed. Obviously I'm wearing a different shirt and so is Uncle Jimmy back there. But here's what we actually learned with our first test print. Takes a little bit of time to get that test print. I wanted to wait it out, but all in all, it was a little over, I think it was like 3 hours to get the full print done. We waited for the next day to go ahead and get the prints. Our first print was this little guy, And as you can see, he lost a little bit of his head. He didn't quite finish. So we were like, oh no, what's going on? So we had to do some troubleshooting. We had our bed level, it was level, which is good, but it was still a little bit too high. Redid the print. We printed now a couple more to make sure they're all good. And we now have our first successful 3D print. And I'm excited. Like I'm super stoked with how he turned out. It's changing back from the orange to the white, so the filament turned really good. For our first test print and for testing out the Creality ENDERS3 Pro, I am super excited with how everything turned out, and we're gonna be making a lot more things here soon to come. So definitely go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and be sure to check out those videos as we roll them out, because we're gonna be making a lot more cool things. So yeah, thank you everybody, stay tuned, and God bless.